हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू देवदीति फाउंडेशन। आज काफी लंबी ब्रेक, नहीं लंबी तो नहीं कह सकती मैं, बट हाँ वी हैड अ लास्ट सेशन, बट दिवाली के बाद हमारा ये दूसरा ही सेशन है। तो आई एम श्योर सबने अच्छी खासी छुट्टियां सेलिब्रेट की होंगी, और वो तो नजर आ रहा है दिल्ली की सिचुएशन को देख के कि हमने बहुत सेलिब्रेशंस करी हैं। एंड आई वुड इंट्रोड्यूस देवदीति फाउंडेशन टू ऑल ऑफ यू। देवदीति फाउंडेशन एक सोशियो कल्चरल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो हर फील्ड में काम करती है, सोशल एज वेल एज कल्चरल। देवदीति फाउंडेशन की को फाउंडर्स वंदना गुप्ता जी आज हमारे साथ हैं, एंड सपना खंडेलवाल जी इज नॉट एबल टू ज्वाइन टुडे बिकॉज देयर इज सम प्रॉब्लम एट हर हाउस। एंड वंदना जी और सपना जी ने मिलके देवदीति फाउंडेशन को शुरू किया था। देवदीति फाउंडेशन इज डूइंग लॉट ऑफ सोशल वाज डूइंग लॉट ऑफ सोशल वर्क। वी हैव स्टॉप्ड इट अभी थोड़े दिन के लिए बिकॉज वी आर नॉट एबल टू मीट फिजिकली, बट उसमें भी
I would interfere you here.
yes,
We've not
yes.
stopped social work. This is what is the show. Social work is going through the social media.
And we are promoting all which is needed in COVID. We are telling people not to step out. We are making sure that they come and attend our sessions and don't go out. So this is also one of the social work that we are doing. एंड इसके साथ साथ हमने बहुत और भी काम किए हैं जो हमने पास्ट में किए हैं। वी हैव बीन रनिंग scholarship for Air Force Foundation also, which is it is a civilian scholarship which is not generally given into the Air Force. So Devditi Foundation is doing a scholarship, Devditi scholarship there. Then we have been going to senior citizens homes and orphanages and lepers colony and doing a lot of work in those fields as well. तो अब मैं आज की अपनी स्पीकर को इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहूंगी जिनका नाम है विनीता बख्शी. She is an author, and she has a very nice novel. It's a fiction called 31 Miles. And I will not take too much of time, and she's going to talk to us about something about health and something about spirituality and COVID quarantine and everything. So over to Vinita ji for today's session. Vinita ji, over to you. We can't hear you, Vinita ji. I think you are on mute. Yeah.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, namaste, good evening. And thank you, Sapna ji and Sajna ji, for introducing me to this lovely set of ladies. And I can see some of my friends who have joined. I can see Brigadier Mehra, and I can't see other people. But I'm sure a lot of my friends have also joined this session. And so I have divided my talk today into three sections: karma, O karma, and then how health and spirituality are intertwined. जैसे कि हमारे एंशियंट हिंदू सिस्टम में, उपनिषदा में, Veda में, and then Gita in between, and then we have Upanishada, and then later on followed by Puranas. So even in our ancient system, at all stages, we have talked about how health and spirituality and this entire world is interconnected. So, and then last but not the least, if anybody has any questions on how I was able to be very happy, very extremely happy, and I enjoyed my solitude so much during my quarantine, I'm very happy to talk about that too.
So, Vinita ji, did you write anything new during your quarantine or lockdown period?
I actually, I took a break from everything that I normally do. So there was absolutely no office work. There was no homework work. I could have done a lot of things from my laptop, but this time I thought that this is only, जैसे बहुत selfish हो जाते हैं, that it is only my me time. So it was completely my me time. I would just get up around 8:39, and then 2 hours I would be reading Gita, which is like very dear to my heart. And then after those 2 hours would be my little bit yoga, whatever I could do, pranayam, little bit, because this is a new thing I've introduced myself to. Reading, I was always very fond of reading diverse kinds of things. मुझे सारी किताबें बहुत ही अच्छी लगती हैं पढ़ने में. and I'm a very slow reader, so I bite and chew and read. मेरी कोई speed नहीं है, and मुझे कोई जल्दी नहीं होती, मैं एक पेज 10 times भी पढ़ती हूँ.
खाना भी ऐसे ही खाते होगे, it shows.
I'm a slow eater. I was
Yeah.
always a slow eater, and I'm a very slow reader. I'm slow at learning new things. My motor skills are not very great, but whatever I do, I try to get completely immersed and involved. मैंने कभी speed की तरफ नहीं देखा और दूसरा कोई क्या कर रहा है उस तरफ भी नहीं देखा. तो
अगर
मैं
आप एनग्रॉस हो सकते हो किसी चीज में, उससे बढ़िया तो मेडिटेशन कुछ है ही नहीं.
that's the whole point. So मैं अपनी लाइफ को ना मैं इतना स्लो पेस पे जी रही थी, एंड आई वाज एंजॉयिंग दिस पीरियड, यू नो. जब मैं पहले दिन बाहर आई, which was yesterday, my god, I wanted to go back to quarantine.
It's not the right time to be stepping out of the house. It's
I did not step out of the house, so I'm taking everything very, very slowly. So first is like to meet your family itself, you know, and then coming back to the grind of routine. So, you know, my doctor advised me that don't hire a professional services for cleaning the house. Try to do as much as possible. So it was me, my son, and my house help, you know, just 3 of us who were sanitizing the house. We did 6 cycles of washing machine and whole lot of, and then by the night I was dead, and I was saying, wo quarantine kitna acha tha. Not just because I was doing these works and course, but because, you know, if you are able to relate to your own elements and you enjoy solitude, then you will realize कि solitude अपने में कितनी बड़ी blessing है. And I do agree, सबके conditions same नहीं होते. सबके लिए you know, 4 meals रूम के बाहर नहीं कोई रख सकता बना के, या डिमांड फूड ऑन डिमांड नहीं मिल सकता है, या उतनी केयर सबकी नहीं हो सकती है. बट हैविंग सेड दैट, आपको उस समय जो भी अवेलेबल है, अगर आप उसको थैंकफुली एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं, जो आपकी बॉडीली कंडीशन है वो भी, जो आपकी साइकोलॉजिकल स्टेट है वो भी, और आपको जो फूड अवेलेबल है वो भी, एंड जो भी आपका प्राइमरी केयर गिवर है, whether it's your husband, whether it is your domestic staff, whether it's a sibling, whether it's your own child, whether it's your own parent. I think अगर आप उसको thankfully उस चीज को एक्सेप्ट करते हो अपनी सिचुएशन को कि इससे बेटर मेरे लिए नहीं हो सकता था, thank God there are family, friends, neighbors, relatives who are standing by me, giving. मेरे को फोन कॉल भी आ रहा है, मुझे व्हाट्सएप भी आ रहा है, मेरे पास फेसबुक भी है, मेरे पास व्हाट्सएप भी है, एंड घर के बाहर भी मेंबर्स खड़े हैं मेरे लिए. तो आई थिंक ये जो इंट्रोस्पेक्शन आप कर सकते हैं और इस सॉलिट्यूड के पीरियड को अपने लिए बहुत बहुत फ्रूटफुल एंड प्रोडक्टिव बना सकते हैं. प्रोडक्टिव डजंट मीन कि मैं अपना बिजनेस ही जरूरी मैं चला लूं, या मैं अपनी किताबी लिख लूं, या मैं अपने और भी जो मैं काम कर सकती हूँ वो करूं. प्रोडक्टिव मीन्स, you know, I'm being very selfish, but means what I'm meaning is living for my own self, spending that time with my own energy, with my own personal self, and just maybe thinking that how much I can contribute after going out of this room to my society in general, because I very, very strongly believe in the principle of the world is one. We are, whether it is nature, whether it is inanimate objects, whether it is animate objects, whether it is trees, whether it is birds, whether it is animals, whether it is human life, I very strongly feel we are one. And this thought resonates throughout whatever scriptures you may believe in. If you believe in Vedas, if you believe in Vedanta, if you believe in Upanishads or Gita or Puranic stories, or to, I think, any religion, anywhere you belong to in the whole world, I think today Corona has made you realize the value of what our thought process has been for 5,000 years. Believing in interconnectedness, interconnectivity of animate and inanimate, man and animal, that solar system, universe, that what a tiny part of this we are, and how every life is interconnected. Today, Corona it took something like Corona to make us appreciate and realize this thought that I am not any different from anybody next door or anybody outside. Today, each and every one of us, whatever your material status, whatever your achievement, whatever you've done or not done in life, you are as much vulnerable to getting corona as much as anybody else is. It is such a sneaky virus. I was going to talk about this at the end of the session, पर हमारी बात beginning में इस बारे में हो गई है.
It's okay, but yes, I do agree कि हम लोगों को एक self introspection का मौका मिला और जिन लोगों ने कर लिया, it's been a blessing in disguise. और जो लोग नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, it's never too late. We can still do it. We have a lot of time in hand. We are not in the race of work and all. अभी भी हम लोग 90% of us are working from home, or we have a lot of time to think about ourselves. Over to you, Vinita.
जी. And also the fact that मुझे ये भी सोच के खुशी होती है कि if I have the now potential of becoming a plasma donor. So in that way also we will be helping people. So you know, अपने लिए जो आपने किया, that was perhaps you did for yourself. And you know, you lived in solitude, you lived in introspection, you connected with yourself better. But also I think one should see it as a very golden opportunity कि अगर हम किसी की life बचा पाते हैं, किसी के काम आ सकते हैं, तो उससे बड़ी चीज तो हो ही नहीं सकती. So anybody who's been hit with COVID can take it in a very positive spirit that now I'm a potential plasma donor. So I think which is a very beautiful feeling. So coming to the topics today. So as I was saying that I've divided my talk into 3 sessions today, karma, O karma, and now health and spirituality are intertwined. And I've already talked about how to make most of your time in quarantine. So वो हमारी तीसरा पार्ट हमने I think पहले ही उसको touch कर लिया है. So firstly, हमारी जो इंडियन और should I say Indian subcontinent में understanding of karma. When I am saying karma, what is karma? I mean Hindu understanding of karma also. I mean, why I mean Hindu understanding of karma? Because the birthplace of this philosophy or thought has been predominantly, 5,000 years back, if ever such a term as Hindu did not exist. This term has been given to us as a title much later, but there was a certain way of life and which went beyond anybody's religion or anything, which was more like a way of life and philosophy. And so, you know, how the karma has been interpreted or given a definition by Western Orientalists, because the people, the people who were in the business of documenting, when I say documenting, I mean actually writing the text. Because if you go back to Indian tradition, we had a very strong oral tradition, but not so much as the written tradition. So whatever knowledge, the transfer of knowledge which has happened from one generation to the other has predominantly been oral. So when something is passed on from one generation to the other by way of oral tradition, then it can be subjected to a lot of interpretation. So similarly, the theory of karma has been much debated and has been subjected to lot many interpretations. But here I'm going to talk about how I understand karma, my personal understanding of karma, what it is. So I see and interpret karma as a philosophy of rejuvenation. Rejuvenation, I say, because rebirth, hope, change, and interconnectivity. People sometimes have an oversimplified view of karma in this age of I, me, and myself. I, me, my, and myself. That is how today most of the society is running, you know. People want to do things only for me or myself. So, you know, this is, I think, to understand karma, one has to understand that you have to go beyond this me and I philosophy. So, we are forgetting how the fabric of karma is interconnected and interwoven from a minutest life of an ant to our human self, which is the most evolved form of life on the planet. So एक छोटे से छोटी जीवात्मा, जैसे हमारे शब्दों में हम लोग कहते हैं जीवात्मा, तो जो जीवात्मा जो है उसकी जो सबसे इवॉल्व फॉर्म जो मानी जाती है वो ह्यूमन बीइंग है. Why? Because human beings are capable of emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence जिसको भगवान ने इंस्ट्रूमेंट या डिवाइस बनाया है इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस का, वो एक ह्यूमन बीइंग ही है. सो ये चीज टू वेज काम करती है. एक्चुअली टू वेज नहीं, ये मल्टीपल वेज में काम करती है. कैसे? सो we are forgetting how the fabric of karma is interconnected and interwoven from a minutest life in an ant to our human self. Modern science has very recently started talking about the butterfly effect, and the economics has very recently started talking about the cascading effect. So what are these? These are essentially woven around the principle of interconnectivity. And what is the core of karma? The core philosophy of karma is interconnectivity and interwovenness. Research and statistical evidence has only strengthened this thought process. Each one of us are interconnected in a warp and weft of ever-changing, ever-evolving set of relationships. Warp and weft, जो मकड़ी का जो जाला जैसे होता है ना, so दोनों तरफ से जाला जब बनती मकड़ी बनाती तो वो इधर से भी एफर्ट लगाती, उधर से भी. एंड ऐसे ही वो जुलाहा भी कपड़ा बनाता है. एक ऐसे में नहीं बनता है, वो उसके दो दो तीन तीन थ्रेड एक साथ चलते हैं. So that is why thinking of the entire world, no, the entire universe as one are cornerstones of this beautiful karma philosophy. It makes us respect all forms of life, vegetation, birds and animals, as well as inanimate objects like planets, celestial bodies, rocks, minerals, the entire humanity, and then also I, me, myself, yourself, every form of life, every life. Different schools of thought in Hinduism would pick different methods or routes to spiritual realization. That is another long and interesting discussion, but not for today. So, what are we getting used to interpreting karma as today? The very Western or Oriental, the way they have interpreted karma, they have simplified it in terms of cause and consequence. Sometimes it's distressing to read. Some of the Western Orientalists have also oversimplified it as vindictive karma. Now, in Hinduism, there is no vindictive karma. There is no karma which is going to be vindictive. They are not to be blamed, as they interpreted Hindu philosophy and mythology from their Western lens based on Greek pantheon. Due to past few centuries as they ruled us, we did not have a tradition of documentation as we passed knowledge orally. So when we reside in a complex world of interconnectedness, karma can't be so simple as cause and effect or cause and consequence. My duty is karma. The consequence of karma is dependent upon this intricate web of interconnectedness, means the action or inaction of others as well. To understand this, we have to dive into Puranas. Many of you, most of you must have read a lot of Puranic stories one way or the other. We have heard them from our grandparents. We have read them in our as our stories in our growing up years, and of course a lot of context during discussions during when we pick any of the mythology. So we are all quite familiar with the Puranic stories. And then there are many stories where we realize that why did I not get the result of my action which I was intending? Because we live in a pool of consequences. where many actions cut across each other over space and time, creating uncertainty. Allow me to read a quote from my fiction novel 31 Miles. The beginning and the end are two sides of the same coin. In a circle, there is no beginning and no end. At the core of karma philosophy are also gunas, which determine our action. So, Satavik, Rajasvik, and Tamsik, we have all heard of gunas. All the people and animals have all the three gunas or tendencies. Which tendency dominated me at that particular time determines my action. And which tendency is or was dominating the others who were involved in that sequence of actions at the time of that action or inaction will also affect the outcome of my karma or action. Therefore, the reason why many times the result or expected outcome is very different than what we intended or expected. That's why the Bhagavad Gita laid stress act forward. Just do your action and don't try to control the outcome. Means action भी पूरा आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं है. उस समय आपका कौन सा गुण, कौन सी टेंडेंसी डोमिनेट कर रही थी, आपका एक्शन उससे डिटरमिन हुआ. जिसके ऊपर आप एक्ट कर रहे थे, चाहे वो एनिमेट था और इनएनिमेट था, मींस सजीव था या निर्जीव था, उसके उसके उस समय उसमें कौन सा गुण डोमिनेट कर रहा था. बिकॉज वी बिलीव दैट इवन द इनएनिमेट ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैव गुणास. Birds, animals, all kinds of life is interconnected and all has these tendencies. That can be a separate lecture some other time, but right now I'll not go too much into that detail. I'll just continue to make my point, which I say that the core of karma philosophy is interconnectivity, as against some people who say it's cause and consequence only. It is much broader than cause and consequence. And the people who know how to control these gunas or tendencies, or simplifying the thought further, people who know how to keep their minds and bodies in discipline always enjoy good health and are generally successful in life.
विनीता जी, एक सवाल है बीच में.
बिल्कुल.
You say we all are connected. So I understand a part of it, but for everybody, I would love if you can just explain it. जैसे आप कनेक्टिविटी बोल रहे हो, जैसे हम बर्ड्स के साथ है, तो जो हम फीड करते हैं, I mean that connectivity you are talking. Am I right? या हम किसी पेट को रखते हैं, या हमारा
the life force.
Sorry.
I'm talking about the life force.
No, but how these lives are interconnected with, like today, how do I connect myself with a plant or a tree? It is by serving that tree or feeding the animal. What it is, how you may try to.
One way why you want to even feed an animal or a bird or another life, that is because you are interconnected with that.
That's what I'm trying to make a point. I want you to make it a point and explain it to rest. This is what is connectivity like.
This is a reflection of connectivity.
Yeah, like I am emotional towards an animal. That's why I'm feeding that animal. So that's my
exactly.
Yeah.
So emotional intelligence, also the fact that जब हम अपना ये शरीर छोड़ते हैं, जब हम सो देह और देही का कॉन्सेप्ट होता है, जो आप सबको शायद पता होगा. सो आई एम नॉट जस्ट माई बॉडी, आई लिव इन दिस बॉडी. दैट इज वाई अगर मेरे हाथ पे लगती है या मुझे फेस पे लगती है, तो मेरे अंदर जो है, जो देही है, उसको पता है कि मेरे हाथ पे लगी, फेस पे लगी, तो ये तो हमारा आउटर कंटेनर है कि देह पे क्या हुआ वो मुझे पता है. लेकिन जो हमारे इंटरनल कंटेनर्स हैं, अगर मैं सो जाता हूं तो मुझे पता है कि मैं सो गया हूं. वो कौन है जिसको पता है कि मैं सो गया हूं? अगर मैं सपना देखा मैंने बहुत गहरी नींद में जाके, तो मुझे पता है मैंने गहरी नींद में जाके सपना देखा, तो वो कौन है जिसे पता है कि मैंने गहरी नींद में सपना देखा? तो सिमिलरली व्हेन वी लीव दिस बॉडी, we go back to our elements. Life force goes back to life force. We punch bhuta goes back to panchabhuta. So jahan se jo aaya hai wo wahi chala jata hai. That is life force. That is how we are all interconnected.
That's what I wanted you to explain. You know, it was not that.
Yes. तो मुझ में से प्लांट्स भी स्प्राउट होंगे, मुझ में एनिमल्स का भी मैं चारा बन के जाऊंगी, और मुझ में से पौधा भी निकलेगा, और मेरे में जो लाइफ फोर्स थी वो वापस लाइफ फोर्स में वापस आएगी, किसी उसमें जीवात्मा में जाएगी। तो हमारी कोई भी चीज इस वेस्ट नहीं होने वाली है। वी आर कंप्लीटली 100% रिसाइक्लेबल। birth force is going to go to birth force and energy, and जो पंचभूता है, जो बाहर की चीज है, देह की चीज है, वो बाहर की चीजों में चली जाएगी। तो we are going to be 100% very well utilized.
Nice.
So that is why I say the philosophy of karma is philosophy of rejuvenation. So हम हर हालत में हम एक दूसरे से इतने ज्यादा जुड़े हुए हैं, and that is the reason when you go to nature, why do you feel so happy when you see a river or a tree or a greenery or gushing water? It gives you immense pleasure. Why? Because मैं उसी नेचर का पार्ट हूँ, वो मेरा पार्ट है, मैं उनका पार्ट हूँ। कभी मैं वो था और कभी वो मैं होंगे, इसलिए क्योंकि ये जो सारे एलिमेंट्स हैं ये इतने ज्यादा इंटरकनेक्टेड हैं कि अगर इसमें और ज्यादा जर्नी पे चली गई तो बाकी जर्नी रह जाएगी। वी हैव अ क्लॉक। सो आई थिंक, डिड आई आंसर यू व्हाट यू वर आस्किंग, वंदना जी? Vanna ji, did you get answer to what you were asking me?
Yes, yes. I wanted you to elaborate it, actually. Okay.
Ji.
You can carry on.
Ji. So have I elaborated? You want me to elaborate more?
No, it's fine now. Mm.
So now coming to health and spirituality. What is good health? Foundation of good health is happiness. सभी मानते हैं, balance, mind, spirit, and एक अच्छा mind and spirit का जो balance होता है वही happiness create करता है. So what does this, how do I become happy, and what is happiness? And many times people say the spiritually awakened souls are the souls which are very happy. What do they mean by it when they say? So is it true, or should I say spirituality is the fountainhead of good health? So how do I establish a connection between spirituality and good health? So I'm going to maybe share a story with you. So today, as we are interacting in a digital medium, because I can't see the body language, I'm very happy that Vanna ji put a question, and others are also probably going to ask me questions, because this is the way we understand each other better, when we question each other, and it improves our understanding, and it gives me happiness and pleasure that yes, people are involved, people are listening to what I'm saying. So today, while dealing with this unknown, unexpected, and unimaginable situation, or should I say enemy, 8 महीने हो गए हम सबको इससे deal करते हुए, I want to call it a situation and not an enemy, because we, Homo sapiens, have shown tremendous resilience in the face of every calamity, man-made and natural. We have ruled this planet for 500,000 years now. So, however, something really difficult is to rule our own hearts. So my own fiction novel, 31 Miles, goes with the tagline, can we ever win against ourselves? A person who can rule or discipline his mind and his body goes a long way, as I was saying when I was talking about karma also. So let's talk about our current situation. क्योंकि कभी आपने, मैंने, हमारी पूरी लाइफ टाइम में हमने कभी नहीं सोचा था कि कोई कोविड जैसी चीज हमारी लाइफ में आ सकती है, लेकिन आई है। और सक्सेसिव लॉकडाउन्स भी हुए हैं, एंड लॉकडाउन्स की वजह से क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आई हैं हमने रोज टीवी में भी सुना है और अखबारों में भी पढ़ा है। सो देयर वाज डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस, अब्यूज, इकोनॉमिक स्लो डाउन, कई लोगों ने नौकरी भी खोई, और ये सब डिप्रेसिंग न्यूज हम रोज अखबार में देख रहे हैं और पढ़ रहे हैं। तो नेचुरली ह्यूमैनिटी की तकलीफ बढ़ गई है. सो स्ट्रेस और एंजाइटी और फियर भी बढ़ गया है लोगों के माइंड में. सो इसका सॉल्यूशन क्या है? एंड स्पिरिचुअलिटी से हम बहुत सारे अपने प्रॉब्लम्स को, हेल्थ चैलेंजेस को कैसे ओवरकम कर सकते हैं. सो एक बार I think the person who's gone through this journey, you know, whether oneself or through a family member or through a close friend or by reading and connecting with others, we have realized today more than any time ever before कि holistic healing, personal development and well-being of entire humanity as a whole, as well as individual, personal, family and interpersonal, today is more important than ever before. क्योंकि हम सब जानते हैं कि जब कोरोना की वैक्सीन आएगी और वैक्सीन लगेगी, पूरी ह्यूमैनिटी को अगर वो एक ही रेंज में एक साथ एक टाइम पे विद इन अ टाइम फ्रेम डिलीवर नहीं होती, तो अगर कुछ लोग रह गए तो वो वापस कोरोना करियर्स बन के वापस बाकी लोगों को कोरोना देंगे. तो आज इससे एक कितनी ह्यूमैनिटी इंटरकनेक्टेड है, एक बार फिर से इस्टेब्लिश हुआ है कि जो हम चीज 5000 साल से अपने रिलीजन में कहते ही चले आ रहे हैं कि we are one, all humanity is one, we are interconnected with plants, animals, nature, a tree, a river, stream, pond, sea, human beings, birds, animals. So अगर हम उस चीज को रिस्पेक्ट करते तो कभी हमारी लाइफ में कोई कोरोना जैसी चीज नहीं आती. कोरोना ने कुछ न्यू चैलेंजेस भी हम सबको दिए हैं, साइकोलॉजिकल हेल्थ चैलेंजेस, हेल्थ क्राइसिस भी दी है. एंड now at least people are paying attention to holistic well-being and wellness and a strong immunity, the need from a strong immune system. So I'm sure you all agree that when we say good health, we just don't mean a healthy body, we also mean a healthy mind, a fulfilled heart. So what is required for a healthy mind, body and spirit? It is the alignment. Alignment is the key word. A healthy mind, healthy body and a happy spirit inside the person. So the balance truly defines our happiness, and the happiness depends upon interpersonal relationships, because we are all interconnected in this warp and weft of relationships. So if my relationships are healthy and happy, obviously I'm a happy human being, my health is better, my happiness is better. So we live in this world which is full of conflict, confusion, chaos and desires. Our insides are also just the same. There is conflict, confusion and unending desire. Together they create a noise inside us, much more noise than we see outside. So there is a noise and confusion inside, there is a noise and confusion outside. So how do we become happy in this noise? What is happiness? Is there a standard definition? Would any one of you like to define what is happiness for you? Can somebody define what is happiness? कोई define करेगा? कोई I would love to hear.
It's only me though.
It's
It's going to be only me talking. Nobody has raised hand. I'm just waiting for somebody who wants to talk on it other than me.
Doesn't matter. I will talk about some definitions which are very much available and we have all heard. And before going to those definitions of happiness or your definition of happiness, let me share खुशी story. आप सबने शायद खुशी की, कई लोगों ने उसमें से खुशी की स्टोरी सुनी होगी. सुनी है आप लोगों ने? एक खुशी की एक स्टोरी है. Has anybody heard? Okay.
Somebody wants to answer. Akansha Sehgal. Please आप अपने आप को unmute करके बोलिए. Akansha जी. She says happiness is a state of mind which one wants to persist. जो आपका जो आप दिमाग में आपके हो रहा है, अगर it is there, then it's the happiness.
So
Okay, I think I've been able to unmute. Yeah,
हाँ,
so happiness
please.
is a state of mind which one wants that this should continue, this should persist in your life, right? That is what you want. So if there is a state of mind in which you feel that yes, this state should continue in my life, then that's what happiness is, right?
That's a very individual thing, I think.
maybe because each one of us is going to have a very different definition
yeah.
of happiness. Or happiness means different things to different people. That is how I see happiness.
So Lata Palji is saying ki it is a state of contentment.
Exactly. I think it is very close to how I would also like to define. I think it is if you are able to feel contented, or even what you said, if I continue to be in this state, I'm feeling fine, then I'm feeling fine.
गीता नैयर जी, आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट करके बोल सकते हैं, गीता जी. She's raised her hand, but she's not talking.
Okay. So I would like to share the story of Khushi. There was a man and he was emotionally disturbed and depressed. So his family took him to a counselor. So counselor gave him a very patient hearing and asked him, why are you so depressed? So he says, वो मुझे खुशी नहीं मिली ना. तो फिर डॉक्टर ने उससे पूछा, ये खुशी कौन है? Then he says, कॉलेज में मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड थी. So she was beautiful, but she dumped me and married someone else. And since then, I have never fully recovered. So the counselor held his hand and took him to the psychiatric ward, where a patient was lying down and murmuring, खुशी तुम मुझे छोड़ के क्यों चली गई? खुशी तुम मुझे छोड़ के क्यों चली गई? So he had been in that depression for several years, that man. And they found he had married Khushi, who left him after marrying him for a few years. And since then, that man has been depressed. A little ahead in the same ward, एक और patient था. वो patient वहाँ लेटा हुआ चिल्ला रहा था, खुशी, खुशी, खुशी. So जो patient गया था डॉक्टर के पास, उसने पूछा, भाई डॉक्टर साहब ये कौन है? ये भी खुशी, खुशी, खुशी इतना चिल्ला रहा है. So then doctor went to that patient and asked him, why are you so upset? आप लेटे लेटे भी हर वक्त बोलते रहते हो खुशी, खुशी, खुशी. So the patient replied, I have never seen this beautiful woman called Khushi. Everyone talks of her. I feel I'm so unlucky I never met her. So this can be a woman's story also. When I say a man, I don't mean a man, I mean a person, a human being. So जो चीजें नहीं मिली या देखी भी नहीं, सुनी भी नहीं. So the moral of the story is जिसको नहीं मिला वो भी रो रहा है, जिसको मिल के छिन गया वो भी रो रहा है, जिसने ना कभी देखा ना कभी सुना वो भी रो रहा है. तो ये happiness, ये खुशी है क्या? So is there a connection between happiness, health and spirituality? Do we become happy when our desires are fulfilled? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I wished for an expensive sari, a piece of jewelry, or an Apple Watch, maybe a Merc or a BMW, a big degree for my child. He should or she should become a doctor, engineer, become an IAS, or get married to an IAS or a big doctor or an engineer. So can you guarantee happiness if one gets all of these above? Can you? Is happiness a guarantee when you get all these material things? We may get immense pleasure or joy, but the moment passes and my old desires are replaced by new desires. If today I have a Merc and a BMW and an Audi, then fourth thing I want would be probably a jet, or maybe a yacht, or maybe an island, maybe something or the other, because these desires are never ending and ever changing. Because we attach prestige and value to these material things. So we accumulate and accumulate and accumulate objects only to realize one day in our lives how little value they are, except what? Except for good health. And कोरोना ने तो सबको पूरा अच्छे से ये रियलाइज करा दिया है कि अगर आपके पास सब कुछ है और गुड हेल्थ नहीं है, इम्यूनिटी नहीं है, मेंटल वेलनेस नहीं है, मेंटल वेलबींग नहीं है, तो आपके पास वो सब चीजें बेकार हैं जो आज तक थी. So how do we realign to this new reality of life? The desires are there and would be there. So how do we live happily to have good health with constantly changing desires? बचपन से सुनते आए थे, health is wealth, but it took Corona for everyone to actually repose faith in this dictum. Can we ever be happy with all the wealth of the world, all desires fulfilled, all material symbols, whatever I've talked about, we have and don't have a sound health? So, what is our essential nature? Is it happiness after gaining an object? Or is it joy after gaining an object? Does my happiness depend upon these material things? If I keep on attaching value to all these things, and after achieving and after gaining all those things also, I'm not happy, then what is happiness? What is the nature of the happiness? What is the difference between pleasure, joy, and happiness? When we are born as a child, we are in a state of joy. But अगर हमें कोई external unhappiness होती है, supposing there is a rash in the nappy of the baby, then the baby would cry. But the essential nature, that means when we are born without these things, when we are born in a state of detachment, we are happy. So, but having said that, I also know that the progress of humanity and the development of society is also based on material happiness and material culture. कि अगर कोरोना आएगा तो कोरोना की happiness भी आएगी. तो scientific discovery important है, scientific research important है. इस ever changing desires के युग में जिसमें हम रहते हैं, इंटरनली एंड एक्सटर्नली उन डिजायर्स को कंट्रोल करना भी इम्पोर्टेंट है. सो आई एम गोइंग बैक टू व्हाट आई अर्लियर सेड, a person who's able to discipline mind and a person who's able to discipline this body relatively has better chances of having a good health and a sound immunity system than the people who are constantly running in pursuit of what do they think is happiness at that point of time, and then it so quickly changes and then they become more unhappy and more depressed. So there are a few online dictionary definitions which define happiness, and some of them are like there is this Merriam-Webster dictionary defines happiness as good fortune, prosperity, joy, a pleasure or satisfying experience, which they have recently revised the definition. Do you know? And Dalai Lama says happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. So there are many definitions of happiness. आप गूगल करेंगे आपको बहुत मिलेंगी. महात्मा गांधी की है, मार्गरेट ली रनबेक की है, एरिस्टोटल की है, बहुत लोगों की डेफिनेशंस हैं. तो मेरे पास हैं भी, डेल कार्नेगी की है. बट मैं अपनी इसमें सिर्फ एरिस्टोटल की भी है, मैं अपनी फेवरेट डेफिनेशन मैं इसमें से पढ़ने जा रही हूँ. सो मैक्सिम गोकी की भी है. सो आई एम रीडिंग Swami Chinmayananda's definition of happiness. The poor are uncomfortably happy. The rich are comfortably happy. Should I read it again? Swami Chinmayananda said, all are unhappy in this world. All are unhappy. The poor are uncomfortably happy. The rich are comfortably happy, implying spiritualism alone could bring happiness to us. And recently, Merriam-Webster dictionary has also updated their definition. Now their new definition is happiness is a state of well-being and contentment, as some of you were very rightly saying. Many people also say that they find happiness in a place of worship. Many say that they find it in nature, as I was also saying, when you see a tree, when you see greenery, and many keep searching for it even though it exists only within us and lies in control of desires, as I showed you from the story of Khushi. That पता ही नहीं है किस चीज के पीछे भाग रहे हैं. खुशी के लिए भाग रहे हैं, हैप्पीनेस के लिए भाग रहे हैं, इस पर्सन में ढूंढ रहे हैं, उस ऑब्जेक्ट में ढूंढ रहे हैं, और थी कहाँ? कंट्रोल ऑफ डिजायर्स में थी.
There's somebody, आभा जी ने एक लिखा है, आभा जैन जी ने, happiness is detachment in attachment.
यस, तो ये तो बिल्कुल एकदम
आजकल के प्रेजेंट टाइम के हिसाब से ही है.
प्रेजेंट टाइम के हिसाब से भी है. एंड गीता में एक कॉन्सेप्ट है, उसमें भी यही कहा गया है कि डिटैचमेंट इन अटैचमेंट. तो ये जो पूरा जो गीता का जो उपदेश दिया जा रहा है अर्जुन को, जो बहुत सारी गीता है, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट भागवत गीता, जिसमें कृष्ण उपदेश है, जिसमें कृष्ण उपदेश दे रहे हैं अर्जुन को. तो उन्होंने भी बार बार यही बात को कहा है कि डिटैचमेंट इन अटैचमेंट, क्योंकि वो इतना नर्वस है कि आई एम स्टैंडिंग एट अ पॉइंट कि मैं अपने ही लोगों का खून बहा दूं यहाँ पे. मैं क्या एग्जाम्पल सेट करूंगा ह्यूमैनिटी के लिए? मैं कैसा हीरो हूँ? अगर मैं हीरो हूँ तो मैं कैसा हीरो हूँ आगे आने वाली जनरेशंस के लिए? मैं क्या एग्जाम्पल सेट करके जा रहा हूँ कि मैंने अपने प्रियजनों का, अपने गुरुजनों का, अपने बड़ों का खून बहाया है. तो उसको कृष्ण कैसे, उसको उसका क्या वो जवाब देते हैं, दैट इज वेरी वेल एलैबोरेटेड इन चैप्टर 16. तो वो उसको ये बोलते हैं, देन यू नो कृष्ण उसको सेटिस्फाई नहीं कर पा रहे चैप्टर 5 तक. तो फिर वो उसको अपना विराट स्वरूप दिखाते हैं, तो जिसको देख के अर्जुन थोड़ी देर के लिए डर भी जाते हैं. तो उस विराट स्वरूप में क्या है कि सब तरफ कृष्णा के हेड है. एंड एक यूनिवर्स नहीं, एक वर्ल्ड नहीं, सेवरल यूनिवर्सेस आर गोइंग इनसाइड हिज माउथ, जिसमें कौरव भी हैं, पांडव भी हैं, सारे गॉड्स भी हैं, गॉडेसेस भी हैं, सब कुछ है. एंड ही चूज देम अंडर हिज टीथ. तो जो हिंदू फिलोसफी को नहीं समझता वो ये बात समझ नहीं पाएगा कि ये क्या चीज है, ये क्या दिखा रहे हैं. what is being shown what is being shown is the inclusivity, the interconnectedness. कि what you call hero and anti-hero means सुर असुर देवगण सबके सब एक ही जगह से आए हैं और एक ही जगह जा रहे हैं. जो सारी जर्नी है, चाहे वो सेवरल planets, solar systems, satellites, the animal kingdom, the birds, the humanity, the human beings, animate objects, inanimate objects, rocks, minerals, सब कुछ. So when we are all coming from one consciousness and going back to that consciousness, there is no fear. So there is no enemy, there is no friend. So that is what the detached karma means, that don't look at the consequences, because you cannot control consequences. You live in a pool of consequences. You, at that point in time, you put your best foot forward, you do the best karma, which is not going to hurt anybody, which is not going to, but here it was going to hurt. So उसके लिए भी पुराना में हर एक्शन के लिए एक स्टोरी है. So Gita is the timeline of Gita is sometimes in between Vedic period, and then there is Puranic, and then in between is Gita. Gita is 2000 years old, Puranas are 1000 years old, Vedas are 5000 years old. तो जो गीता की जो टाइमलाइन है between Vedas and Vedantas and Puranic, उनके बीच में है. तो उसमें उस टाइम के लिए, उस सोसाइटी के लिए, उस समय जो हुआ, सो पांडव तो कौरव तो पांडव के साथ कोई पैक्ट करने के लिए तैयार नहीं थे ना, 5 गांव भी देने के लिए तैयार नहीं थे. उनसे सब कुछ लेने के बाद, उसके बाद भी this the very human self, why is Krishna giving this उपदेश to Arjun? Because इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस का यहाँ पे डिस्प्ले सिर्फ एक पर्सन ने किया है, एंड दैट इज अर्जुन. एंड दैट इज व्हाई कृष्णा is on Arjun's side and not on Kaurva's side. He gave the equal opportunity to both. वो अपनी नारायणी सेना लेके पहले कौरव के पास गए थे, बाद में पांडव के साथ आए थे. तो हिज डील वाज कि या तुम नारायण ले लो या नारायणी सेना ले लो. तो कौरव ने नारायणी सेना को चुना एंड पांडव ने नारायण को चुना. सो नारायण जो थे वो उनके रथी बनके, चैरिटियर बनके आए. एंड वहां पे जो चैरिटियर, जैसे कर्णा का जो एक कैरेक्टर क्रिएट किया गया है, जो कैरेक्टर है कर्णा का, वो अपनी charioteer identity को deny करना चाहते हैं. He wants to adopt the identity of अंग देश के राजा. तो जो हम आइडेंटिटीज एज्यूम करते हैं अपने ऊपर इस वर्ल्ड में और अपनी आइडेंटिटीज को डिनाई करते हैं, सो द एंटायर उपदेश ऑफ गीता इज अगेन ऑन द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इंटरकनेक्टिविटी. सो ये आइडेंटिटीज भी टेम्परेरी हैं, ये अटैचमेंट्स भी टेम्परेरी हैं, सब कुछ टेम्परेरी है. सो डिटैचमेंट इन अटैचमेंट इज द हाउ वन हैज टू लिव द लाइफ. सो इसीलिए जो लोग और भी इसमें कई सारे टर्मिनोलॉजी हैं. सो बहुत मैं सिंपलिस्टिक लैंग्वेज में कहना चाहूंगी, सदाबहार लोग जैसे होते हैं ना, कि जो थोड़ी सी खुशी में खुशी नहीं हो गए और बहुत थोड़े से दुख से बहुत घबरा भी नहीं गए. सो उस तरह के जो कैरेक्टर हैं, उसकी इंस्पिरेशन हमें मिलती है गीता से, कि हमेशा हमें डिटैचमेंट से डिटैचमेंट को अटैचमेंट में ढूंढना है, अपने कर्मा को डिटैच्ड वे में करना है, बिकॉज कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं है. इंटेंडेड आउटकम्स और जो डिजायर्स हैं, जो आप डिजायर करते हो जब आप एक एक्ट करते हो, वो हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं है. तो इवन ये जब लड़ाई हो गई, तो इस लड़ाई के बाद सबको क्या उनके डिजायर्ड आउटकम्स मिले जो डिजायर कर रहे थे? किसी को भी नहीं मिला. इतना बड़ा महाभारत का युद्ध हुआ, इतनी बड़ी लड़ाई हुई, जिसके लिए खुद कृष्णा ने कहा अर्जुन को हथियार उठाने के लिए, उसके बाद भी जो जिसने इंटेंट किया था उसको वो फल नहीं मिला है. क्यों? क्योंकि फल हमारे कंट्रोल में है ही नहीं. आउटकम जो हम एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं एक्शन का, चाहे वो कितना छोटा एक्शन हो, चाहे मैंने एग्जाम के लिए 25 घंटे पढ़ाई की या पूरा साल पढ़ाई की, और चाहे पढ़ाई की कि चाहे पढ़ाई नहीं की, मुझे नहीं पता पेपर में क्या क्वेश्चन आएंगे, मुझे नहीं पता उस समय मेरी स्टेट ऑफ माइंड और क्या स्टेट होगी, मैं क्या लिख के आऊंगा, मुझे कितने मार्क्स मिलेंगे. इस बात से कोई मतलब नहीं है कि मैंने कितने घंटे पढ़ाई कर ली. लेकिन अपने को सेटिस्फाई करने के लिए, अपने को एक इंस्पिरेशन देने के लिए, एक एग्जाम्पल सेट करने के लिए, आउटकम को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए और अपनी तरफ फेवरेबल करने के लिए हम सारा साल पढ़ाई जरूर करते हैं. बच्चों को भी कहते हैं कि पूरा साल पढ़ो, बट पूरा साल अगर पढ़ा और एग्जाम के दिन बीमार हो गए या एग्जाम में ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आ गए कि पूरा साल पढ़ने के बाद भी वो क्वेश्चंस नहीं आए जो मेरे डिजायरेबल नहीं थे, तो रिजल्ट मेरे कंट्रोल में तो नहीं है ना. अगर मैं उस दिन बीमार हो जाऊं या क्वेश्चन ट्रिकी आ जाएं, और जिसने 3 दिन पढ़ाई पहले की थी, पूरा साल पढ़ाई नहीं की थी, तो उसका रिजल्ट मुझसे बेटर आ जाए, तो इसका मतलब क्या है कि जो कॉन्सिक्वेंस है, जो आउटकम है, वो सिर्फ मेरे एक्शन पे डिपेंडेंट नहीं है. वी लिव इन अ पूल ऑफ कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस, और ये जो पूल ऑफ कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस है, ये निर्जीव भी है और सजीव भी है. इसमें एनिमेट ऑब्जेक्ट्स भी रोल प्ले करते हैं और इनएनिमेट ऑब्जेक्ट्स भी रोल प्ले करते हैं. राइट? Have I taken too much time on this? So there is no way to know when to
No,
stop.
it's okay, because it's such a deep topic. Like when you start talking about Gita and karma, so it is never ending. You can go on and on, because हमारे यहाँ कर्म के ऊपर जितना थ्रस्ट है, और यही 99% लोग, जहां तक मेरी समझ कहती है, उन लोग सोचते हैं हमारा कर्म हमने कर लिया तो दैट इज द सेटिस्फाइंग पॉइंट एंड देयर लाइज द हैप्पीनेस. सो दिस इज राइट फ्रॉम हमारे इंकलकेट किया हुआ है बचपन से कि आप अपना
जाना चाहिए कि आपने अपना कर्म कर लिया.
उसका
कॉन्सिक्वेंस क्या होगा, डोंट थिंक टू मच, क्योंकि कंट्रोल में ही नहीं है. भी नहीं. और
जिसको ये बात समझ में आ गई, वो कंटेंट होता है, वो ही खुश हो जाता है. बोल मैंने तो कर लिया, वो बाकी आगे जाने को, वो खुश हुए नहीं हुए, माँ बाप खुश हुए नहीं हुए, आई एम हैप्पी.
वो खुश है जो डिटैच कर्मा करते हैं.
That is the point.
I think clock is showing 5, so you have to tell me.
I think we have to wind up now. And किसी का कोई question है तो वो readily take it in 5 minutes. Anybody wants to put a question or have some query can come forward, please. ऐसा कोई टाइम नहीं कि 5 बजे हमें शॉप बंद करना है. We can take 1 or 2 questions. किसी को कुछ पूछना विनीता जी से? Anybody? Chat box पे लिख दीजिए, नहीं तो somebody, Alka ji has written, happiness is the absence of major long-term problems in life. The assessment of the gravity of any problem per se is highly variable and dependent on the strength of the personality involved. I'm Brigadier Anand Mehra. Sorry, because there was some Alka phone. Sorry, Brigadier Saab, because I think आपके gadget में Alka लिखा हुआ है. So would you like to come on screen and talk to Vinita ji? No, I'm not getting any answer from him. So Brigadier Saab, I'm so sorry if I called you Alka.
I think he's on mute. That is why he's not able to.
He can unmute himself.
Okay.
आप अपने आप को unmute करके बोल सकते हैं, please.
No, if he wants to, because he must be respecting time.
Okay, it's fine. So Vinita ji, that was a great session, and on behalf of the Devditi Foundation, मैं आपका दोबारा से ही धन्यवाद करूंगी. और बहुत मेरे को तो बड़ा entertaining लगा because I've been listening a lot. बहुत ध्यान से सुन रही थी. So maybe I was the one, talking all the time with you. And अभी हमारा इसमें थोड़ा सा रह गया health related. So I think we take out some more time for you, and I'll ask Rajna to get in touch with you. अगर हम spirituality और health को connection दे पाए next session में, definitely. और हमारे viewers के लिए I would like to tell you on Saturday we have a session for our social and professional etiquettes. तो जैसे आज के एक etiquette में मैं देख रही थी, लोग जरा सोने में हो रहे थे, पर सोना नहीं होता है. Because you might like the voice of the other person, but सोने से ज़्यादा I would request all of you for a Zoom etiquette, please switch on your videos. As a speaker, विनीता जी को भी लग रहा होगा कि आधे लोग तो बंद करके बैठे हुए हैं, तो वो अच्छा नहीं लगता.
I can see some comments which are really, I'm happy that people have liked the session, because I can read some of the chat which is coming. And also, if somebody has any questions and if they want to ask or get in touch with me, then my website is there. You can ask me questions on my website. And if somebody asks me a question on website, I answer to all the emails which I receive on my website.
आपको अपनी तरफ से ही करना पड़ेगा अनम्यूट. मैंने आपको अनम्यूट नहीं कर रखा है, ब्रिगेडियर साहब. So I think there's some problem. I can't unmute you because you have to do it yourself. तो इसके साथ ही विनीता जी, there's some Lata. Sometimes Lata ji, you want to say something? Then I can put Lata ji. Can you see the chat box, Vinita ji?
Yes, I can.
So can you? There's a question from Lata ji.
Yeah, okay. Let me read it. Sometimes with best intentions, one faces lots of failures. How to deal with them? You want me to talk?
हाँ, please, 1 minute ले सकते हो आप.
See, I think it's a very, I exactly don't know what you mean by failures, but definitely I would like to say just one thing here. No failure, however long or prolonged, is permanent. So we are in constant motion, we are in transition. आज जो आपको फेलियर लग रहा है या प्रोट्रैक्टेड या डिलेड सक्सेस लग रही है, कल जब आप इसी चैट में कहीं बैठी होंगी,
Can everyone hear her? I can't hear Vinita ji. I think she's got frozen. Yeah, I've lost the connectivity with Vinita ji. So let me wait for another second, 10 seconds or something. Yes, Lavina saying yes. Okay, we've lost the connectivity. Lata ji, next time, or you can, हम आपको उनका number दे देंगे. You can talk to her on our WhatsApp. Lavina, please do the needful. Lata ji को उनका number दे दीजिए, विनीता जी का. So on Saturday we have a session with on social and professional etiquettes. So see you on Saturday, same time, 4 p.m. Namaskar.